and I'm also going to be doing comedy, and I'm doing that move so I look like I know what I'm doing, because they all do that. Right? I aspire to be the same as everybody else. So I talk about that I'm Jewish a lot because I think it's funny. And I have this really cool story about this one time during Passover. My brother and I were looking for the Afikomen, and if you don't know what that is, the adults hide a gross cracker that is to be eaten as dessert somewhere, and then the kids find it, and then they get a reward. Part of the reward is eating the gross cracker. So we find it. Oh, and another thing about Passover is it's now used to commemorate the Holocaust. So now I'm going into my story. So we found the Afikomen in the oven, and it was like all the way in the back, and the oven was off, but my brother couldn't reach it, so he had to like climb halfway into the oven, and I'm 8 years old, and I know what the Holocaust is. So I said, so my family could hear, all of them, even my grandmother, it's Holocaust memorial, not reenactment, and nobody laughed. Unlike now, at least 3 people did, and that's what I live for. I make the past relevant. Also, this is a true story also. There was this one time my friend took me out for my 21st birthday, and during this time that I was outside, I had to go to the bathroom. So I found a bathroom, and I sat down, and I had to go number 2. So I'm like, okay, I'm going number 2, and I'm like having a pretty hard time, and it's not coming out. And then next to me in this stall, right here, there is like, that one barrier. I hear, oh! And that was uncomfortable for you and me in that moment. And so now I'm like, I gotta get the hell out of here. So I turn and there's no toilet paper, and I'm like, oh, well, don't you just there's no seat liner and there's no toilet paper. But I have my phone, so I texted my friend. I'm like, dude, you gotta come in here. I really need your help. She's like, you need help pooping? It's like, yes, I want you to reach your hand up my butthole, grab my crap, and pull it out of my anus. She said no. And I was like, dude, please. There's no toilet paper. There's no seat liner. And there's someone having an orgasmic shark next to me. Please help. She said okay. And she came in and she gave me my toilet paper from the stall 2 doors down that was empty. So that's that story. And yeah. So also, I'm not gonna tell that joke. But she was lame. I am my worst critic, I think. That's assuming that you all like me. So I am like pretty well known among my friend group as not being able to sing. And it's because I tell them that I'm tone deaf, and then I can like sing however I want because I don't have to try hard. Like I know in my heart of hearts that the song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star doesn't sound like wise men say, because that's like not even how the song with those lyrics is supposed to go, let alone the song that that I said I would be singing. And this is due to the fact that I have a really hard time understanding that I can recognize an issue, but then I cannot solve the issue. And that's also why I'm not good at dating. It's because I know that whoever I'm with is an issue. And then I do it anyway. So Halloween just happened, and I was gonna make a joke about ghosts, but then I thought you'd all see right through me. I was like gonna make a joke about abuse, but I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. But I might hit it a few times. It doesn't make sense to me that there's a sex mission named after a largely celibate group of people, missionaries. I've been hanging around with this French girl because she's an exchange student. She's been living with us, and she's super French. So I'll be like doing nothing, and she'll just come up to me while I'm doing nothing to interfere with her, and she just goes up to me and she pulls down her pants and she pulls down her underwear and she just takes a fat crap on my hopes and dreams because she's French. It's true. So I don't like telling jokes that are like, girls are like this and boys are like this. But like in reality, girls, and I just turned 22, so I know this. Like, I'm old as shit now, and you can tell because of my face. So it doesn't make sense to me that like we are so self-conscious about our age because it's so obvious that women are just constantly being pulled towards the underworld. I can tell this because of my posture. It is slouched. It is being dragged down by Satan's force towards hell. I can tell. I'm Jewish. I know where I belong. And our boobs, as we get old, just bleh. You could say the same thing about testicles, but we're not going to talk about testicles. I'm trying to read my notes, but I don't write legibly. Yeah, that joke's not very good, so I'm just gonna not tell it. Who wants to participate? Does anybody have a really good question that they want answered? That sucks. So I have a question. I was doing some research about bats because nobody has a question, and I Google a lot of random things because instead of doing my homework, I'm like, oh, why do bats actually have terrible eyesight? The truth is that they don't. It's a true story, and that's the end of my set. Bye.